So hi guys, it is your girl Belinda up in her kitchen in this evening as I promised, and I'm here to show a lot of the ingredients that I put into my sofrito, also my key ingredient. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna show you my station, and we're gonna move along so I can go ahead and wash my peppers. So let's start with over here. You're going to be using 2 big yellow cooking onion. A lot of us Latinas, we use the peel, okay? The peel to the onion. And then you can go ahead and use the inside as well. But we're very known to be using the peel for the sofrito. So meaning the peel, the first peel that you peel off the onion, that is what you're going to be using, okay? And when you do sofrito, that's one of the key things that we do. All right, so you want to go ahead and you want to make sure you have garlic cloves as well. I got these very fresh, Seatown in Reading, Pennsylvania, and they're fresh, 100% peeled, fresh garlic. I cheated on this and went a little easy not to peel them, so perfect, about 23 bucks. I also have my sweet peppers. These are sweet bell peppers. Okay, that's how you would say it in English. In Spanish, it is dulce peppers. Dulce, sweet. Okay, so I have some of these. I have, if you look over here, I have green ones, red ones. I have big, beautiful ones that I found at the market. So pretty. So I do have 2 packets of these. Okay, you can use these, or you can just use you know, if you can't find these, you usually can find these at a Latin grocery store. You're not going to find these in a Redner's, in a Giant's, in Wise, anything like that. You will not find these. So make sure that if you want to do it this way, which is the perfect Latin way that you would do sofrito, you want to go to your Latin area grocery store or whatnot. Okay, so, but if you go to Redner's, you can get them these. So this is why I got everything to show you guys how different, you know, it's the same thing, but the flavor is here more than the regular peppers that you would get out of Redner's. So I have the red and the green. Now, my key ingredient that I use in my sofrito is this right here. This is the 3rd cousin of the cilantro. A lot of Latin women use this in dishes, Dominicans, Cubanos, we all play with this. This has an extra 3x, 10x flavor to the cousin next to the cilantro. My mom used to use this in her sofrito. She used to put this in her sofrito all the time. So like I said, depending on where you grew up in Puerto Rico, you know, everybody does it differently. And this is how I was taught from my mother. So this is what I use in my sofrito. That is my key ingredient. So give that a kiss. You must try this. And as you see in the back, very cheap, $1.49 for a couple pieces. And this sells a lot, and that's why they sell it for so cheap, because it's made, you know, easy, and you know, it's very cheap. Okay, so moving along. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to head over to my sink in a little bit. It's a little dark in my kitchen here. Let me get some light on. I'm sorry. All right, so I'm kitchen ready. Okay, cleaned out my sink, very pretty, nice and clean. So I have my basket here. I'm going to be washing out my peppers, very pretty. Now, one of the key ingredients also, you don't take the seeds out of your peppers. Okay, never take the seeds out. If you look into a sofrito that you buy at any grocery store, you're going to see that seeds are floating inside that plastic jar. You're going to see the little peppers floating in it. So you don't take the seeds out. You just wash the peppers really good with a nice little warm cloth, clean cloth in your kitchen, whatever you have in your kitchen. And that's basically what you do. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and start prepping with love, as I always do, cleaning everything out, you know, really good. So, and I have my cuisine art ready to get everything started, and catch you in a bit. And this is my first clip. Okay, guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to start out with the lovely Puerto Rican version of them. The original ones that you would use in the sofrito. Look how pretty. They look like little puffed up clouds. If you flip them, So pretty. Anyway, they come in different shapes and forms. If you look at them, colors, orange, yellow. Sometimes you see some really red ones. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start with these 2 packets, and I'm gonna walk over here in my kitchen so we can get the washing these first. Okay, so I am doing 2 separate versions of it, just so I can show 2 different ways that you can do them, and also try to go ahead and Google a lot of this stuff. You will definitely see if you don't have access to a closer place, a Latin place where you can get these peppers to do sofrito. You can switch it up and get them in different stores like your regular Redner's or whatnot. All right, so anyway, we're gonna go ahead and throw those in there, and what I do is I add a little bit of salt just to get them nice and soft, and I use warm water, just warm water, more cold than warm, and I let them sit for a little bit before I even start washing them with a little bit of salt. So we're gonna start with these bad boys first, okay guys? So I'm gonna make these clips as short as possible, so this way I can edit everything together to perfection for you guys to check out. All right, so that's the first step we're gonna do here. I'm gonna let these bad boys sit, let it sit for about 3 to 4 minutes with a little bit of salt. Good to go, clean water. I am using my faucet water, but if you put salt in it, it's gonna be all right. Okay, mi gente. All right, so I just got done rinsing them out just a little bit. I'm still letting them soak for a little bit, okay? So if you look over here, you'll see the tops to the peppers. You want to make sure you take the hat off, meaning the stem, the top part. So that's what you're going to see here. I have a handful of the ones that I took off. And you just want to make sure you definitely take them completely off. As you see, the seeds are still floating in here with that little bit of salt and water. And so I'm going to go ahead and continue and let it to soak in. And I'm going to go ahead and start working on opening up the other peppers to do the other batch. So I'm doing a couple batches. I'm doing 2 different batches. And the other bell peppers, the sweet big ones, I'm going to separate that sofrito. So again, it's going to be 2 different versions, so just keep that in mind. All right, but just make sure you get the little hats off. Okay, and some of the seeds are going to fall off, and that's perfectly fine. You're going to have a lot of seeds in here regardless, especially when it comes to these guys. All right, coming up next, the bell peppers. And we're going to put this aside, do the same thing, repeat, salt, water, and you're good. Okay, guys, so I'm going to start out with 2 big peppers. Now, these are just bell sweet peppers, okay, as I mentioned earlier. And we're going to start out with only 2, okay? And then after this, I'm going to go ahead with the yellow onions as well. I'm going to put them aside, clean them out. Make sure you always clean all your veggies, as I always mention in my videos. So let's get started. Okay, guys, so if you see, I opened up the red one right in the middle, and I spread it open just like that so I can clean it really, really good. Like I said, you can take a warm little towel, or you can use some napkins in your kitchen. Add a little bit of salt, just like I did with these bad boys over here. And as far as the seeds, again, you want to keep some of the seeds in. So what I do is I just pop the head off like that, and I sprinkle some of it inside, just like that. Just rub them right off and let them drip like that. And you do the same thing for the red one as well. And you're not going to get all the seeds in. You don't want too many seeds. You just want to have some seeds in there. Not too many. So clean them out just a little bit, just like I did over here. Same thing, look. You see a little bit of seeds, not too much, but you do want to keep some seeds in each sofrito batch that you make as well. Okay? So again, just clean everything out. Okay, guys, we are straight heading for our onions now. Okay, so remember, sofrito, when you do sofrito as Latin women, as I mentioned in my video earlier, we use the peel. The peel is one of the most important parts, which is the first layer of the onion. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead, same thing, wash these out. They're very harsh, very strong, and you also want to put a little bit of salt. It does make a difference. Okay guys, so I have my salt ready. I opened up one big onion first, and this is my second one. I just want to quick show you that first peel right here. This is the peel that we take off, of course, when we cut an onion. And that first thick peel that goes around your onion, that is the peel that you definitely want to use in your sofrito. Okay guys, so if you look in here in my little pan, you will see the peel of the onion. That is what you want to do when you do your sofrito. This is the middle. Once you start peeling it, once the peel stops and you get a nice round onion like this, that's where you want to stop. And that's what you're going to use, and this is what you're going to put away. Okay guys, so this is my key ingredient to my sofrito. This is the 10x flavor, third cousin of the cilantro. This has lots of flavor, so you don't need much of this into each batch of sofrito that you do. Now again, depending how much sofrito you're making, my cuisine art is about, I'm gonna say this is about 4 big cups. So if you measure that, you want to use 2 pieces for 4 cups. Like I said, this is very strong flavor, so you don't need much, and I'm going to show you step by step how I put everything together, so this way you have a good idea how to do this step by step. I tend to not put too much in my description below. I do a lot of self-explanatory in my videos, and I explain things step by step, and this is one of the reasons why I do that. So if you just watch and follow, you cannot go wrong. All right, and right here is the clove garlics that are peeled already. You don't need much of this either, again, depending on the portion that you're going to be making of the sofrito. Just follow step by step, and like I said, you'll be perfect. All right, your girl, I'm gonna start prepping these. I'm gonna dice these up a little bit so we can go ahead and throw those all together when we're ready to go ahead and start the blending for the sofrito. Okay guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start our first batch. I'm gonna do the first batch, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the second batch, which is the Puerto Rican peppers. Okay, so we're dealing with the regular sweet peppers you would buy at your local store again. So I'm gonna go ahead and start, and I'm gonna put my blender and get my blender ready here. Okay, nice and clean. Now when you do add in your peppers, you wanna make sure you leave a little bit of water into your blender just to give it a nice push for the peppers, because the peppers do squeeze out a lot of water. So you just want to put a little teeny bit of water. Don't dry them too dry. All right, so let's get started. So if you look over here, I already laid out my station here of the cilantro. Okay, the third cousin 10x flavor cilantro. So I'm doing 4 cups as I mentioned, so it would be 2 per cup. So there you go. You do the math. It's very simple. And also for the garlic cloves, you want to also do 2 pieces. Now, if they're really big like this, just use 1. Okay. If they're small like this, you want to use 2 pieces. I got some really nice good garlic cloves at the supermarket, so it's just a blend of all sizes. All right, so let's get started. Let's do a little walk here. Okay. There we go. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add in the garlic first. It doesn't matter how you put this in, y'all. You can put it in as, there's no directions to the sofrito. Basically, you just throw it all in when it comes to just blending it. It doesn't matter. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and drain that. Just like that. Now you do want to get a lot of the water out. Just keep the peppers a little wet. That's it. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting this in. So I'm hoping I can make a full video of this. If not, I will do a part 1 and a part 2, depending on how my videos upload in my kitchen, as you know. So this is 4 cups. total of 4 cups of sofrito, the regular cup sizes that you would buy when you purchase sofrito. We're gonna go ahead and go for the onion. And you want to do 2 peels. If they're big, again, all you're gonna use is 4 pieces. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And see how perfectly and beautifully that fits. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put I should be having my tripod right now, but I don't. And you're gonna go ahead and start pulsing. You wanna pulse a little bit, it makes it a little better. It's very simple. Look how pretty. You want to pulse it because you want to make sure you get a little bit of dulces in there, and then give it a nice spin. Okay, so let's take a look. So simple, done in just a few seconds. Basically, the prepping is what really takes your time. So if you want to prep before you do all that, that would save you a lot of time. But look, and the smell is to die for from here. So good. And this is a simple way you can have sofrito, freeze it up in batches into your freezer, however you want to do it, your refrigerator. And it's very simple. Like I said, 1, 2, 3 simple ingredients, very cheap in the store, so easy to make. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my blade out, and we're gonna go ahead and pour this in our first batch. Look how pretty, y'all. Beautiful. All right, so I'm trying to find my little bin here that I had ready. And we're gonna actually do a switcheroo over here. And then we're gonna do the Puerto Rican style peppers. So much flavor in our dishes. This is how we do it. So again, take a look at that prettiness, that color. The chunks, so pretty, so easy to make, y'all. 1, 2, 3. All right, so this is gonna be, look at that. So that's how you make sofrito. Very simple. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do the Puerto Rican style, and next with the next clip attached to this whole clip. Okay guys, so this is my second batch of 4 cups. Again, this is just a regular sweet bell peppers, not the Puerto Rican peppers. This is the regular peppers you would, again, find in your local grocery store. So this is the next batch that I'm doing, another 4 cups, which is 8. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and start the Spanish version of the peppers, the sweet peppers, dulce peppers. I already have all the ingredients in here. I have everything that I've showed you step by step when I did the regular sweet peppers. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that into the blender, and it's all cleaned out. I have my key ingredient, my secret ingredient that my mom used to use into the sofrito as well. So keep that in mind. You have to be very short with these because they have a lot of flavor. So you want to make sure you're mixing it up depending on the batches that you're doing. All right, so let's do this. Okay guys, so here we go. Just gonna go ahead and throw everything in there. All them garlic cloves, everything is already measured out to put into my Cuisinart so beautifully. And always remember to pulse your blender, put it at a pulse level, so this way it's not, you know, it doesn't come out super watery. You want to pulse this very gently and give it a nice spinneroo as well with the spinner. So you have to keep an eye on when you're using, depending on what kind of blender you're using. As you know, I have my Bella blender. There goes my favorite man right there.
Oh, now you know how to cut and edit stuff. He's like, yeah, you're
done. Yeah. So I use my Bella blender. It is the littler version, which is this one right here. Those of you that know, I use my Bella blender. It's a lot smaller. I do this for more like my juicers and stuff. When I do my juicers, my drinks, my healthy drinks. But this is the bigger way to go. So depending on your blades, you know, just pulse it. If you have a pulser, that's the best way to go. But look how beautiful. Look how fresh. The smell in my kitchen is off the hook. It smells so good. Sofrito, sofrito, sofrito. All right, so let's go ahead and start pulsing, guys. All right, let's connect. And again, I couldn't thank my brother enough in New York for sending me this blender when I did those pasteles. He is the reason why I have this. So love him to pieces for this. It was a beautiful gift for Christmas for me. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead and get it started, guys. All right, so let's start shaking, waking. Look at that. Of course, pause. So I kind of go back and forth with that because this is a pretty good blender. Love my brother for pieces for buying me this for Christmas. Let's take up peekaboo so you can see how beautiful this looks. Look at that. The smell, the aroma in my kitchen is amazing. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, guys, I had some leftover peppers. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add these simple ingredients into this and mix it all up. I did preserve some of the regular bell sweet peppers. Besides the Puerto Rican ones that I put in today. I already put that aside for a batch, and this is the Puerto Rican version, but I am going to add in some more bell peppers, regular peppers, what I have left over here, and it's just going to give it an extra kick and more of the portion as well. All right, so let's do this. So as you see, everybody, this is the last batch of the beautifulness of this wonderful, super great tasting sofrito. A lot of us Latin women use. So let's go ahead and start pulsing. Okay, guys, so this is the Puerto Rican version. Look how pretty, so delicious. Now, some people actually put like, don't mind how I look, please. Some people put like packets of sazon, like they do their different twists into sofrito. You can add a little bit of salt. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep it just salt, and I'm also gonna do a little bit of the all-purpose seasoning. That's what I'm doing for my sofrito. Okay, and then I'm gonna freeze this bad boy up in my freezer because it is a lot. I plan on giving some to my neighbor next door so she can try it out. Super good. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. All my videos, my clips I'm gonna put together, and just know this is my twist. So please, if you didn't catch it in the first part, hopefully if you watch the video full through, you will see this is my secret ingredient into my sofrito, and is the delicious cilantro, the third cousin of the cilantro. 10x flavor, super delicious. Oh my goodness. This is one of the key ingredients that my mother used to put into my sofrito. So go ahead and try it. Lots more flavor in that sofrito. All right, guys, so this is bye and good night for me. I got all my goodness into my freezer, so good. So I just wanted to show you. I do add a little bit because it does need a little bit of flavor, a little bit more flavor, a little salt. Okay, but trust me, that 10x flavor cilantro, you can't go wrong with that. All right, and I just mix it all up, and a little bit of regular salt, and you're good to go. Just like that. Voila, your girl. And just mix it up. Do your portions. I actually got a cute little strawberry bowl where I'm putting mine because I plan on cooking some chicken tomorrow, and that's what I'm going to be doing. Some nice thigh chicken. All right, so this is bye. Good night. Thanks for watching, guys.